Relations between India and Canada have hit a new low after both countries expelled top diplomats yesterday over last year's assassination of a Khalistani hardliner in Canada. Ironically, it seems India now enjoys much better ties with its arch rival Pakistan than it does with Canada at the moment. The Trudeau government has publicly accused India of engaging in the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian citizen living in British Columbia, and also targeting critics living in Canada. He said there was evidence linking Indian agents to the assassination, significantly escalating the ongoing diplomatic dispute between the two countries. India has vehemently denied Canadian charges, insisting that they are factually wrong, politically motivated, and lack credible evidence. Bilateral ties virtually collapsed on October 14th after India issued a strongly worded statement criticizing Canada's decision to name the Indian High Commissioner and a few other senior diplomats as persons of interest in the Nijjar murder case. Canada wanted India to waive their diplomatic immunity, which would have allowed them to be questioned by Canadian law enforcement agencies, or even arrest them and put them in jail. The Indian response to this was understandably harsh. It particularly named Trudeau in the statement, something that does not often happen in diplomatic exchanges, especially between friendly countries. After India announced that it was recalling its High Commissioner, Sanjay Kumar Verma, and 5 other diplomats, his colleagues, Canada ordered their expulsion, alleging that they were part of a vast criminal network engaged in intimidating and harassing Sikhs in Canada. In response, India expelled 6 Canadian diplomats, including Stewart Wheeler, the High Commission's second in command in Delhi, in the absence of a regular High Commissioner, and accusing Canada of fostering an atmosphere of extremism and violence. Canadian authorities claim that Indian intelligence services have been running an extensive operation in Canada targeting Sikh and Khalistani activities. This network, according to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which is the federal law enforcement agency of Canada, has engaged in various criminal activities, including extortion and even assassinations. India has denied all charges and accused Canada of harboring Khalistani separatists who are advocating for an independent Khalistan. And India believes that many members of this movement are violent extremists, while Canada argues that its legal system, its system of governance, and its law enforcement agencies and its judiciary are capable of acting against extremist violence. India has categorically denied any involvement in Nijjar's killing. The Indian government has described Canada's actions as politically driven, accusing Trudeau of being influenced by Khalistani separatists who are politically aligned with his Liberal Party, and also the New Democratic Party, which used to be Trudeau's alliance partner in the past, and it is headed by a Sikh politician, Jagmeet Singh. India has also claimed that its diplomats were in danger because of extremism within the Khalistani groups in Canada. In its official statement, India said it decided to withdraw the 6 diplomats to ensure their safety. India believed that Trudeau has allowed Khalistani politics to unduly influence his foreign policy, and that he is unwilling to crack down on Khalistani extremists in Canada, and does not want to extradite those who are identified as dangerous extremists by the Indian law enforcement agencies. Last year, for instance, the Trudeau government even allowed a Khalistani parade float that celebrated the assassination of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, citing freedom of speech issues. Trudeau, meanwhile, is going through a major political crisis, the biggest political crisis of his career, in fact. multiple scandals has taken the sheen off the Trudeau brand of politics. His personal appeal is in free fall. The economy is flirting with recession, housing and food prices have gone through the roof, inflation remains high, and the foreign policy is also in a mess. A survey found Trudeau the worst Canadian Prime Minister in over 50 years. If elections were to be held today, Trudeau's conservative opponent could wipe the floor with him. In fact, many Liberal MPs and party insiders who were once Trudeau supporters, they now want him to step down and let someone else lead the party. So for Trudeau, the Nijjar issue could offer some political benefit. But the diplomatic standoff has broader geopolitical implications as well, as Western powers, including the United States and the European Union, have been working to strengthen ties with India. India's growing economic and military power, combined with its strategic position as a counterweight to China, has made it an essential ally for the West. Therefore, despite Trudeau's and Canada's accusations and insinuations, it will not be easy for the US and the larger West to ignore India's concern and side with Canada and Trudeau.